Hello guys and gals. Remember a few months ago when I told you to stop using WhatsApp in favor of non-compromised, non-spooky alternatives? Good. But your peers don't, because they have the attention span of a coked up goldfish. Now, I could sit here and explain to you all of the technical and ethical reasons not to use WhatsApp. I could talk at length about how it's closed source and owned by Facebook, which is ultimately a data mining company, but alas, logic and reasoning don't work with coked up goldfish. But maybe obvious evidence of WhatsApp being compromised will drive the point home, like the fact that Mark, trust me you dumb fucks Zuckerberg himself, doesn't even use WhatsApp. He uses Signal. That's right, scary internet hackers did a Control F for Zuck's ID inside of the Facebook leaks. They found his Facebook profile, they found the phone number that he used for it, and guess what? That number is registered to a Signal account. That's right, Mark, totally not a lizard person Zuckerberg, is dubious of big tech. I mean, he looks at it in the mirror every day when he goes to brush his teeth. That's why he tapes over his webcam and his microphone when he's not using it, and why he discusses his globalist agenda on Signal and not WhatsApp. What more evidence do you need that WhatsApp is compromised when the owner of it doesn't even use it? Would you eat a pizza that the owner of the restaurant refuses to eat themselves? Would you drive a car that the owner refuses to drive himself? I don't think so. So why would you use a chat app that the Zuck owns but refuses to use? So let's take a look at Signal, which is good enough for the Zuck. It's actually a pretty simple, normie-friendly app that you can use. It's still centralized though, and it still requires a phone number to sign up, and the devs are not very good about publishing the code that's running on their servers, even though they claim that it is open source. And Signal is also doing some weird crypto thing as a new feature instead of fixing those aforementioned security and privacy issues. So it doesn't quite hold up to my tinfoil hat standards, but it's still a hell of a lot better than using WhatsApp. There's also Yammy, which is a peer-to-peer free and open source messaging platform. So these things make it basically impossible to compromise the app. There's no spooky sub-functions because it's open source, or at least if a spooky function did make its way into the source code, all of the people who audit the code would be raising red flags. There's no centralized server to compromise because you and your friends are the server. Now, I know that some Zoomers are going to probably say, oh, but Yammy doesn't have stickers, and I need those to be able to express myself. No, you don't. Stickers didn't even exist in the Western world until 2013. You literally have the entire English language and over 3,000 emojis and billions of memes to express yourself with. Besides, most Zoomers only feel the emotion of depression followed by brief intermissions of horniness. My socks have a wider range of emotion than your typical Zoomer. So no, you don't need fucking stickers to express yourself. But if you insist, if you absolutely have to have all of the latest Zoomer tech in your messaging app, there is Telegram. Now, Telegram is actually a really interesting app because it looks a lot like one of those spooky botnet apps that all the kids like. It looks a lot like WhatsApp or Snapchat, but it also doesn't pass the tinfoil hat test. Telegram is a centralized communication app. It requires a phone number to sign up, and all of your data is associated with the phone number. And all of your data is also stored in Telegram's cloud unless you create a secret chat, which will then use end-to-end encryption. Telegram also receives a lot of criticism for creating their own encryption protocol, which many people consider to be less secure than Signal's. And in general, it's pretty stupid to try and go create your own encryption protocol. I mean, you're basically betting that you and your developers are smarter than all of the rest of the world's developers and, corporations and government that are using pretty standardized encryption algorithms. But maybe it's not egotistical. Maybe the devs over at Telegram really do have a better encryption app, and all of the other cryptographers that audit it are just wrong. So there's still a lot of issues with Telegram if you ask me, but alas, this video is meant for people that are still using WhatsApp. So I guess go ahead and install Telegram. It has probably the best balance of lots of features, ease of use, and it's also pretty mainstream, so normies might actually use it, and at least have better privacy than using WhatsApp, because ultimately, the best private messaging application for you is going to be the one that you and your friends actually use. There's also some non-technical things about Telegram that make it look very promising, like the amount of effort that the Russian government has been putting in to try and prevent activists from using Telegram within their borders. The Russian government basically banned a whole bunch of IP addresses that were associated with Telegram servers and Telegram users, so many in fact that it was causing outages of other applications and saw the development team of Telegram eventually move to Dubai. Now, I don't know for sure if the Russian government was ever able to compromise Telegram before the move, because usually Putin gets what Putin wants, and even the billionaires, they go missing if they really end up pissing off Putin. But funny enough, if Telegram was compromised by the Russian government, it wouldn't even matter that much if you live in the West, because Cyrillic alphabet boys don't play nice with American ones. They glow different colors, and some of their letters are backwards, which confuses the American Fed. So to close out this video, I'm going to address some remaining excuses that some people might be using for using WhatsApp instead of the apps mentioned in this video. So you might say, oh, but I need to use WhatsApp because that's what my friends use. Well, your friends are garbage. Get better ones. Tell them to install Telegram or Signal. But I need to use WhatsApp for my job. Really? Do jobs actually use WhatsApp? If that's the case, your job is garbage. Get a better one. Oh, but I need to use WhatsApp for school. Again, seriously? Do schools actually make their students use WhatsApp? It's like schools make themselves dependent on Facebook's technology? I guess that's just the absolute state of Western education. Yeah, your school is garbage, get a better one. WhatsApp is cringe, WhatsApp is sus, WhatsApp is whatever word is going to get the Zoomers to stop using it, stop using WhatsApp.